Caroline Cahill with Marijuana Industry News, and I'm here with Eric Lachance, who is with Pathogen DX. Eric, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Well, Eric, so can you give us a quick overview of your company?
Yeah, fantastic. So Pathogen DX is a DNA-based testing company. What we do is we've developed a test that tests for all the microbials out there that are currently mandated by the states. So if you think about E. coli, Salmonella, Aspergillus, those are the kind of things that we provide a kit to our client, which is a testing lab, so that they can respond to the needs of the consumers.
Okay, very nice. And what prompted you to get into this?
Well, I happened to be working with a friend of mine who said, hey, we've got this human genome thing that we're working with, and it's genetics based, and we had talked about going into the security business and with cannabis, you know, the cash in transit, and recognized that there's this opportunity with testing that is not going to go away because the demands that the states and the soon to be the federal government will put for pathogens, it was basically an immense opportunity. So we had patented technology, and we got together and started developing.
Okay, cool. And then what year were you founded and where were you founded?
We were founded in November 2014, and we founded in Scottsdale, Arizona. We have a research development lab down in Tucson, Arizona.
Okay, and so I imagine your target market are laboratories, but anything more specific within that?
Oh, absolutely. So our initial target is all the labs that are required by state law to test for cannabis, test for pathogens. You know, they do the cannabinoids, the THC, et cetera. From there, we then are also looking at 4 other markets, including plant pathogen testing, because the grows right now have a challenge with powdery mildew, tobacco mosaic virus, et cetera. Finally, we'll go into environmental testing inside of the grows. One of the challenges that the grows has is as they pull and harvest, they have to restock to grow for the next season, right? They grow on a 9 to 12 week basis. So we want to make sure that when they go and put those new plants in there that are really at risk from infection, we've done it to help them screen their area first before they input that. So giving them a nice clean environment.
Okay, very nice. And then what would you say is your revenue driver?
So it's regulation, honestly. If 24 out of the 31 states require pathogen testing, and really that's just the small market for us. The truly large market is the food and ag business, because you just think about Chipotle and what's happened with the E. coli up in Washington and how they lost 1/3 of their market value. What we love about the cannabis industry is we are introducing the cutting edge. We like to think the cannabis industry is the cutting edge. It absolutely is. It's introducing new technologies, new medicines to help solve year problems. We think that our test is complementary to that, and we're introducing that through the cannabis market because they're acceptors of new technology. Then we'll go on to the rest of the market, the rest of the testing market worldwide.
Okay, and then how were you initially funded? Were you bootstrapped?
Yeah, so we were bootstrapped initially. We're looking for about $1.3 million. We raised about $750,000. Predominance of that was initially with friends and family, and then we've had some investors come in as well.
Okay, cool. And then what would you say is your ultimate goal for your company, and then within the industry, what's your goal for the industry?
So for us, our ultimate goal is that the consumer, not our clients, but the consumer, our client's client, has the freedom to consume a product that they enjoy and know that it's safe. And that doesn't just go for inside the cannabis business, but that truly also goes for the food and the agriculture business as well. You know, we're so quick to spray, we're so quick to put antibiotics in, we're so quick to just shoot stuff into our products that we need to get away from that. And how we do that is we test properly and we make sure that the stuff is not there. And if it is there, we treat early with organic methods that take longer to react. And so we want to be a value driver for the entire market to get to that, really, for lack of a better term, that state where you're not going to have to worry about what's being shoved in your food or your cannabis.
Okay, well, sounds very exciting. Eric, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.